We saw it even in this past election, like the artists that they were tying themselves to, and songs become movements and create this emotion in groups. And I just saw it was like 5,000 kids were in Times Square singing for Israel, and it was galvanizing a movement, and it brings people together. And you go to these concerts, whether you're a Deadhead or whether you're a Fish fan or an Eagles fan or a Led Zeppelin, whatever it might be, it kind of gives you an identity and a group to be a part of, where a lot of these bands stand for something or have movements, and it's a really binding force between us.
The affirmation spoke directly to music and how it changes you. And I can tell you, for me, this morning, I was on an 80s and 70s vibe in the gym, lifting weights, and I was all the way from like ELO to Journey. So like I was all over the map in those 2 decades.
I was listening to Future and Jeezy this morning.
Of
which I don't know who that is.
And what were you listening to this morning?
I was listening to the Four Tops.
Okay, so like a spectrum of music, but all for the same purpose, which was to help us execute inside of whatever it was that we were doing. I actually know that music is a because what music does is it helps you release dopamine in your brain. So it changes you physiologically, which then allows you to operate differently. So I think not enough people use music to help themselves.
Well, I'm a fan of success leaving clues. So you see the best athletes in the world before the game walking around with
headphones on.
Well, I think of the American Psycho, when he's walking down the hallway. I'm walking on sunshine.
Whoa. Sicko, you're sick.
But you understand that it basically changes your emotional state. Takes you to a higher place. It allows you to focus on good feelings. You say endorphins. So I know it has worked for me. I know I would never, ever get on stage or go into a presentation without listening to quality music, because, I want to show up my best.
Well, I think it's, for me personally, it's the closest thing that I can get to a workout, or the way that a workout makes me feel. It's the one thing in my life that if I turn on, it changes my mood. And you talked about it, and that's the closest thing, like I said, to a workout. Like, those two things are how I start most of my days, and it really does set me up for success the rest of the day. And it doesn't matter where it is. I might be in a sad state, a happy state, having that music,
or a neutral state.
It doesn't really matter what it is. It really is powerful to me.
Well, I think we see it everywhere, right? Like, if you watch a movie without the music in the background, it feels different.
Which I've done.
You talk about, NFL players, NBA players, any athlete walking in to the arena for competition. They all have music in their ears. They all have something playing for themselves. When you go to a baseball game, when players walk up to the batter box, they have a song that they play for themselves. Like, it's everywhere. Music is everywhere. But I don't think people on a day-to-day basis really leverage that concept to help themselves. Like, I don't care if you woke up feeling like shit this morning. Go into the bathroom, turn on your favorite song, and watch the way that moves you to a different place, to where, man, now you're not dreading the workout so much, or you're not dreading having to go do the next thing. You feel like you're in a different place.
I think we saw it even in this past election, like the artists that they were tying themselves to, and songs become movements and create this emotion in groups. And I just saw it was like 5,000 kids were in Times Square singing for Israel, and it was galvanizing a movement, and it brings people together. And you go to these concerts, whether you're a Deadhead or whether you're a Fish fan or an Eagles fan or Led Zeppelin, whatever it might be, it kind of gives you an identity and a group to be a part of, where a lot of these bands stand for something or have movements, and it's a really binding force between us.
It's the music that ties them together. Like the cause is great and they all share in the belief of the cause, but like the music is the thing that's the glue for them, which is unbelievable. Like that to me is the point of then the sounds and the music is like, okay, this is something that it's not a movie, it's not a book.
Let's talk about
it's
it.
living and breathing.